Have you ever heard of a place that simply vanished? Not in a puff of smoke, not after a disaster, but a place that was there one day and gone the next, taking all of its people with it? Let me tell you about a story that still gives me chills. The mystery of the village of Hoer Verde. Picture this, it's the year 1923. Deep in the heart of Brazil, there's a small, bustling village named Hoer Verde. It's not on any major maps, but it's home to about 600 people. They have a school, a church, shops. It's a self-sufficient living community. Travelers who passed through described it as a normal, peaceful place. Life was simple, but it was good. Then one day, a group of visitors arrives. They walk down the main street, expecting to hear the usual sounds of village life. Children playing, people chatting, a blacksmith's hammer. But instead, they're met with an eerie, profound silence. The village is completely empty. And I don't mean just a few people are out. I mean everyone is gone, all 600 souls. The visitors' confusion quickly turns to dread. They check the houses. Doors are left wide open. Inside, things are even stranger. Meals are left half-eaten on tables, still warm. Clothes are laid out on beds, waiting to be worn. It's as if everyone, in the middle of their daily routines, just stood up and walked away. The local schoolhouse is perhaps the most unsettling scene of all. On a blackboard, a sentence is freshly written in chalk. There is no salvation. What could that possibly mean? A warning, a final message. The investigators are stumped. There are no signs of a struggle, no bodies, no bloodstains. It wasn't a raid or a massacre. The villagers hadn't packed their bags to leave. All their money, their clothes, their prized possessions were left behind. Even the animals were gone, except for one thing. In the middle of the village square, they find a single, recently fired handgun. They trace it back to one of the villagers. But why was it fired? And where was the person who fired it? Theories started flying immediately. Was it a mass abduction by a strange cult? Some people whispered about political persecution, that government soldiers had secretly rounded everyone up. But there was no evidence, no witnesses, no records. Others, looking for a more otherworldly explanation, claimed it was aliens, that a spaceship had descended and simply beamed the entire population up. It sounds crazy, but when you're faced with an empty village and a cryptic message on a blackboard, what isn't crazy? For weeks, search parties scoured the surrounding jungle. They used dogs, they called out names, they searched for any sign of a trail. They found nothing. Not a footprint, not a shred of clothing, not a single clue to suggest where 600 people could have gone. It was as if the jungle had swallowed them whole. To this day, the disappearance of the 600 residents of Hoer Verde remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in Brazilian history. No one who was in that village has ever been seen or heard from again. The village itself was eventually reclaimed by the jungle, its buildings crumbling under vines and roots, erasing the last physical evidence that it ever existed. So what do you think happened? A carefully planned, silent evacuation where they left everything behind? A bizarre shared delusion that led them to walk into the wilderness to their doom? Or something else entirely? The story of Hoer Verde is a terrifying reminder that sometimes people can just disappear, leaving behind nothing but an impossible, chilling question mark.